Let's talk about why the Bengals should trade for Jets defensive lineman Quinnen Williams. But before we get into that, we got to drop this intro.
Second out and goal. Mixon out of the backfield. Has some daylight. Hurdles to the end zone. In for the score, and he took a lick from Miles Jack, but he hung on.
Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie. Welcome to the new viewers and the diehard returning subscribers to the channel. We do interviews, we do all kind of analysis, film reviews, any kind of Bengals related content. We're going to do it here. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We really, truly appreciate that. And if you want to know how to subscribe, there should be a link in the description down there. And if you don't know how to get to that, we also have a video link in the description as well. So you should be able to find it there. And stay tuned to the end of this video because we are doing an Xbox giveaway. That's right, an Xbox Series S giveaway. Only way that you can find out about it is if you stick around until the end. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So Quinnen Williams, just some background on him. He is a 6'3", 303-pound defensive tackle out of Alabama. He's only 22 years old right now. He was drafted in the top 3 in the 2019 draft class. This guy had 33 and 1/4 inch arms. It's just kind of crazy there. He was rated as a 4-star prospect and the 17th best defensive tackle in the country coming out of high school for the class of 2016. He was drafted by the Jets number 3. So that's kind of crazy because if you're a defensive tackle, most notably primarily a nose tackle, it's kind of crazy that he was drafted number 3 overall. So some people wonder why he was drafted number 3 overall. He was a national champion out of Alabama, unanimous All-American, first team All-SEC. But then when you get into the physicals, that's where it gets kind of crazy. And that's where you can kind of understand why he was drafted so high, because he ran a 4.83 at the combine, which is the fastest 40 time for a 300-pound defensive lineman since 2003, right? His best comparable is Leonard Williams. We all know how athletic Leonard Williams is. So he was a rare athlete, someone that you're not going to find every day coming out of college. But the thing is, the background on him is that most people feel from the Jet side that he has yet to live up to his draft slot, which is kind of crazy considering he's only been in the league. This is his second year. So it's not like this has been a guy that's been in for 5 seasons. He's only really played 1 season, truly, like 1 season and a couple of games after that. This season, he's actually shown flashes. He's recorded 24 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pass defended through 6 games. Those numbers show that he has had some growth from his rookie season that was pretty much marred with inconsistent play, which I can understand. I mean, this guy was a rookie coming into the NFL. You shouldn't expect him to immediately just tear up the league. But I guess given the fact that he was a number 3 pick overall, I guess that the Jets just feel like they should have gotten more out of him so far. I just honestly don't understand that, because when you look at the numbers behind this guy, he does have some pretty impressive numbers. He's number 1 in the league right now in terms of stuffing the run. You know, I don't understand why they're so upset with him, but he is also a nose tackle that can also rush the passer. That was one thing that really kind of differentiated him and made him stand out from some of those other guys in that draft. So why would the Bengals do this, right? It's been said that the Jets would probably let this guy go. The number 3 overall pick, they would let go for potentially a 2nd-round draft pick. So I know what you're probably thinking. You're like, the Bengals aren't going to give up a 2nd-round draft pick for him. And that may be true, and that may be valid. But it seems as if the Jets beat writer is saying that they're not even getting anything close for him. So I would assume that people are probably lowballing them, offering 4th-round picks, 5th-round picks, or something like that for him. So one thing that I think is that the Bengals should at least make a call. Why should the Bengals make a call? Well, clearly we're kind of hurt at the defensive tackle position. We need to stop the bleeding there. Obviously, we've had a lot of injuries there, from Geno Atkins to DJ Reader, the 2 guys who really were supposed to put this defensive line on top, and they just have really both been hurt. Geno Atkins is battling a shoulder injury at the moment. DJ Reader was lost for the season to an injury. He was a big notable free agent that the Bengals, if not the most notable free agent that the Bengals brought in, and he was clearly amazing this year. But without him being there, your best availability or your best ability is availability, and he's not there. Same with Geno Atkins. You look at the current depth chart: Christian Covington, Xavier Williams, Marcus Hunt, not anyone that's really going to scare you. And going into a game against the Browns in this stretch that they're about to be on, you definitely need to have a defensive tackle, especially when you have Derrick Henry on deck waiting to tear up this Bengals defense. So you definitely need him. The other thing is he's only 22 years old. And so some people might say, hey, we already have a nose tackle in DJ Reader. But the thing is, you might as well get as many of these guys as you can to stop the run in the AFC North. The AFC North, although it has changed a little bit, one thing that has remained constant is that people run the ball in this division, whether it is the Steelers, whether it is the Browns, whether it is the Ravens. You're going to need a guy, and this guy is number one in the NFL at run stops. That will help out this Bengals defense tremendously. And then you talk about if you are transitioning from Geno and Dunlap and these guys, if that is a possibility, the best way to move away from that and not sour the fan base is to have someone waiting in the wings. Quinnen Williams can be that guy waiting in the wings. You can sell me on that. You can sell me on having DJ Reader on one side, Quinnen Williams there, and then it saves you in draft capital, because if you can potentially offer that early third round pick for him, that's crazy value. To be able to take a third round pick and get a guy that was drafted in the top 3, that's essentially a top 5 pick that you're making with the number 3. And even if you have to package that number 3 with, let's say, a 6th round pick, I would do it. I would do it in a heartbeat, because you're not going to find a Quinnen Williams like that more than likely in the 3rd round. Now, you may get lucky, which the Bengals have, but you're not going to. That's just not typically what happens in the NFL, just being real. Like, this guy also has something that sticks out to me is the fact that he has a clean medical history. He had a neck strain week 14 of 2019. He missed 1 game. He had an ankle strain week 1 of 2019 and missed 2 games, but he doesn't really have, when you look at the metrics in terms of injury history and how bad it is, he's always had low-risk injuries, never has had anything too bad like a knee or anything like that in his medical history. So this is a guy that is rather healthy. The other thing is, if you trade for him, it would only cost you $1.6 million in salary for 2020. At least that's what it did on Spotrac. Now, I can't say verbatim if that's what the number would be. I respect their cap opinion. I would think that they know what they're doing there. So the Bengals would still have about $8 million in cap space left over, even if they did this deal. And obviously, with them getting ready to try to move on from some other players, maybe John Ross and some other guys out there, that gives them some more cap flexibility. But honestly, this just makes too much sense. Now, will they do it? I'm not sure. I think if they really want to send a message and really want to resonate with the fan base that they do want to win, these are moves that you have to make. Now, the Ravens, obviously, they are much more competitive than the Bengals, but they are aggressive in making moves. And if the Bengals front office is truly invested in Zach Taylor and believe that he can win and just want to win in general, and don't want to get embarrassed, you make this deal. It's a no-brainer. I think that you definitely have to look into it, and it sets you up for the future. It's a building block for you to build upon in the years to come if you do want to make transitions from certain players. And I think Quinnen Williams is really how you do that. And it's also a huge need. I think it's the most need that we have right now outside of interior offensive linemen is the interior defensive linemen. So we'll see what happens there. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Also, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And now we're going to go ahead and get into the Xbox giveaway details. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday. welcome to the channel. Just wanted to let you guys know that we're doing an Xbox Series S giveaway. That's correct, an Xbox Series S giveaway to one lucky member on this channel. I'm going to go through the details, but please be sure to tune in. So the first thing you have to do is join the NSC Flick app, then subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and then also retweet and like this pinned tweet that I have. And once you finish that, you're going to open the Flick chat and just comment on any chat the word Xbox. And once we get to 8,000 subscribers on YouTube and 500 people on Flick, a winner will be announced. And just so y'all know, this is no cap at all. So it's a Series S. They put X, but if you look right there, it's a Series S. So we also have a partnership going on with Flick right now. You can download it from your store. You join it. It's actually really dope. What it is essentially a sports group chat that allows us to run polls. I'll be doing and going live for games in it. This will also be a platform where you can ask me questions directly and get access to exclusive content. I did an interview with EDP. I did not upload it to my channel, but it is in the Flick chat. So you'll get access to stuff like that. You'll be able to ask me questions. You'll be able to provide insight for videos and stuff like that in the future. So this is for all of the people that make up this community that really just want to come together and have kind of a comment section in the actual app. It's pretty dope. You can also access all of our podcasts from the app as well. So it's very cool. And then there's breaking news and all kind of other cool features. It's really dope. Be sure to join the NSC Flick. The link is in the description.
He gave his rookie-laden Bengals a high mark as they passed from the kindergarten of preseason to the first grade of regular league play.
Cincinnati's best came in the first quarter, the first time they had the ball. Quarterback Dewey Warren and fullback Tom Smiley combined for Cincinnati's first pass completion.
Bengal founder Paul Brown fashioned this novel design, as new to the game today as the forward pass was a century ago.
Montana dragged down at the 31-yard line.
In 1996, the Bengals finished strong and finished right.
Touchdown!
Yes! You say what? We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We got to bow to Corey Dillon!
Bulldog from the 32 with Mixon in the backfield. It's Dalton out to Mixon. He's got some room.
It's Mixon diving up and over.
We're gonna hammer home competition, preparation, and diligence in everything we do.
It's a new year, same old question. How do you stop 85?
They're looking down the field to the home run ball. It's full. End of the day. Touchdown.